So yeah, before I start the session, there are some few pointers that I would request. Please feel free to interrupt me in between if you think we are going a little fast or if you are lost in a particular concept. You can also drop an email offline and I could reply you. You can just direct all the questions that you have to the forum so that everyone in the group is being benefited with it. You can feel free to reach me on this email ID, which is ankit.h2kinstances@gmail.com. Uh, I've just got a small slide because I want you guys to shoot questions more over than me asking more, me throwing more and more concepts. So yeah, this is the road ahead for this small session today. What is data warehousing? Data warehousing could be termed as the entire process of extracting, transforming, and loading the data into a warehouse so that the data can be accessed by the end user of the application. Now, why do we need to do this? Imagine there are two applications, application A and application B. Data loaded by application A goes to a SQL server, and the data loaded by the data by application B goes to an Oracle server. Application B uses the data generated by application A, but since the data is on a SQL server and not an Oracle server, it cannot operate, or the application developer would have to write a code which is trying to connect two separate set of databases, which is something that is not advised. So what do? We write an ETL process to load the data from the SQL server, which is extract the data. We transform the SQL logic to the Oracle compatible format using transformations, and for that we load the data into the data warehouse. So after such type of system are generally called as ODS system. Now, why do we need a data warehouse? The C-suite executives these days, CIOs, CEOs, CTOs, they rely on them heavily. Many times these analysts. So these are the needs. This is why data warehousing came into picture. Now, OLAP and operational system, which is OLTP. Now, what makes OLAP or a data warehouse different from an OLTP system? When you talk, which is your Oracle database running behind an application. Now, when you talk about OLAP system, it is a dedicated subject-oriented database. The data in the data warehouse are organized on the basis of segment. For example, a data warehouse would contain a data mart which is particularly made for suppose finance. It would have all the finance related data. This is beneficial, especially if you want to control access over the data. For example, you never want the finance people to get your HR data, and you don't want the HR people to get your finance data. So you can draw a line over here by creating separate marks. Data warehouse is also a decision support system and an online analytical application. So due to this, when we talk about a data warehouse or an OLAP system, we generally talk about more selects or more reads from the database when compared to writes. On contrary, if you talk about an OLTP system, it's a transaction-oriented system, and you'll see more writes than read. The basic operation that it's supposed to perform is immediately transmit the original data of customer to a computing center for processing. OLTP systems are generally real time. All the operations are performed immediately. If you're still confused what is a OLAP and what is a OLAP, it's a simple thing. What did you eat for dinner yesterday? It's something which is there in your memory. It's recent data. When you talk about a OLAP system, You ask yourself, what did you eat or what did you wear on 11th of January 2004? It's a historical data, which is something that you won't remember. A OLTP system would not have data of 2004, ideal OLTP system, because OLTP systems are supposed to give high performance, and you actually avoid huge chunk of data. You just try to keep the data which will highly be used. On contrary, in OLAP system, you keep historical data, and this historical data is used to make business decisions. Now, how do we load the database? We load the database by process ETL. ETL is extract, transform, and load. We extract the data from diverse sources like CRM, legacy applications, e-commerce websites, mark spreadsheets, etc., etc. These applications will also have Oracle as a database or SQL Server as a database, or they might even give a CSV file. So this data is extracted into the ETL layer where the data is transformed, it's cleansed, it's filtered, all the uh, business logic is applied, the records are merged. Post that, the data is loaded into a data mart, operational data store, or a enterprise where data warehouse. Now, this enterprise data warehouse these days are of two major companies are ruling the era of enterprise data warehouse. One is Oracle and other is Teradata. Next, from the presentation layer where reporting tools like MicroStrategy or Business Object, OBI comes into picture, and they perform their reporting analysis.